CES 55 at the Connecticut Convention Center with Louis Serrano. And Louis, what is your job here?
No idea.
I am here with Glover Teixeira, UFC legend here live at CES 55. Glover, how are you today?
Doing all right, man. Doing good. Excited.
Now, here at the event, I see that you're cornering the next fight on this card. Who are you cornering?
I'm cornering Caio Magalhães, yes. I'm very excited for him, very excited for the show here in Connecticut. And, you know, I'm from here, from Connecticut. I have a gym right in Danbury there. And, you know, man, very excited. You know, one of my fighters is here tonight to represent and see how it goes.
Good stuff over here. Glover Teixeira, I've heard you're a big fan of Iron Mike Tyson. You have the hands like Mike Tyson over here. How did you start getting into this game?
You know, man, I watch, you know, I always loved watching Mike Tyson, you know, as a kid. And I was into boxing. I watched Royce Gracie and, you know, UFC, and I wanted to join UFC. I started Jiu-Jitsu gym right away, and I wanted to be a UFC fighter. Well,
Glover, it's an honor to meet you. Here at this event over here, we love to see these fighters, up-and-coming fighters, going into the UFC, going into Bellator over here. What's it like coming back to these events and watching these fighters compete?
Oh, it's great, man. You know, it's a great event, great show for my students, future, you know, show for the students, and it's that step, you know, it's that step to get that in UFC or Bellator, you know, on those big shows.
So now the next question is, what is next for Glover Teixeira in the UFC? I mean, you've been in the cage with everyone, the greatest of the greats. What is next for you?
I'm fighting April 27th, Ian Cutelaba in Florida, and you know, I'm in camp right now. I'm very excited too, and we're gonna do it, man.
Are we gonna see another title shot for Glover Teixeira in the near future?
Who knows? You know, right now I'm fighting Ian Cutelaba. I'm far away from the title, I know, but I keep grinding, I keep working, man. I never give up.
Next question is, and this is the last question, how hard does Rumble really hit?
I don't know.
Glover, it is a pleasure. It is an absolute pleasure to meet you, and good luck in the future.
Right.
Thank you.
We are at CES MMA 55 at the Connecticut Convention Center, and I am standing here right next to Nick Newell. I'm actually standing next to Nick Newell. This is, nobody else sees this but me. Nick, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm very excited. I've worked with a few fighters here in the past, and specifically Dan Dubuque for this camp. I worked with him a lot, and I'm very excited to finally see mixed martial arts in Connecticut, my home state. So it's a beautiful thing CES did, and I'm glad they really got the ball rolling.
So what do you think about this new convention center that they're doing here? They used to do it at the Twin Rivers Casino, and I know I've seen you there before. Yeah. Do you like this better than the old venue?
Well, this to me is better because it's closer to my house.
Ah, right in your backyard.
And it takes me about 2 hours to get to Twin Rivers. It takes me about 45 minutes to get here. So I like this a lot, and plus, I'm a Connecticut guy.
Right.
More Connecticut people on the card. It's good to see the local fighters finally get home turf.
Yeah.
We're everywhere we go, we're the blue corner, which means you come out first. You don't sell as many tickets because we're far away. Now the fighters from Connecticut can make more money by selling tickets, the up-and-comers, and they get to be in the red corner for once and come out second and feel cooler, and it's just like it's a very unique thing. I'm really looking forward. That's why I'm here before the fights even start. I have my seat. I'm ready to go, and I'm gonna watch every single fight.
Good, good. Now I saw that you were here with Justin. Do you train with some of the other fighters that are inside the cage tonight?
So, you know, I'm Justin's coach, and I helped coach Dan Dubuque for this fight, like I said before, and helped him out with a few things in his game. Right. So I'm very excited for him. And then obviously Matt Bessette was a training partner of mine for almost a decade, and just a really, really good friend. So I'll never miss one of his fights.
Right.
And then I obviously know everyone else on the card just from being around.
Now, Matt Bessette we had on the show this past Monday, and he said that when he was wrestling with you, that was probably one of the biggest things that he didn't expect, that you just completely obliterated him on the mat.
Real quick, the whole Nick Newell situation. How long have you known Nick for, and when did you meet Nick?
I met him for the first time at Kip's basement when I was training there, probably in like 2008, around then. The first time I trained with him, it's weird training with Nick for the first time, is because all you think about is his one arm. You can't help but think about it. It's just like you go with people with 2 arms all the time, and all of a sudden he's got 1 arm, and you don't know if like you're gonna hurt him or this dude's a murderer, and you just have no idea. He ended up heel hooking me after a couple minutes before I really knew what leg locks were, and like he ripped it pretty good. It was good. It was a good heel hook.
He's here tonight. He's going to be fighting. I saw him a little bit earlier. Do you have a specific person that you're rooting for the most, like Matt Bessette, or are you just kind of trying to be neutral?
No, I mean, like guys like Justin Valentin, I'll always root for him. He's cool. He's been to my gym to visit before. Matt, obviously, I always come see Matt fight.
Right.
And then Dan. So Matt, Dan, and you know, there's a bunch of other really good fights on this card. I'm really looking forward to, you know, Kyle versus Spicely. I think that's a great really great fight. And then obviously DiJesus, you know, fighting for the title versus Wells is a really awesome fight on paper, and it's not often that you see some of the best guys fight each other around here.
Right.
And CES is the organization that gets it to happen, you know.
Right.
Obviously Justin just fought you know, Felix, and they're like the 2 top dogs.
Right.
And Bellator got it done. So Bellator and CES are the only shows that really get it done with the top guys fighting each other. So I'm really excited for this.
So what's next for you? Just when it comes to your MMA career, what do you have planned? Where do you see yourself going in the future with it?
For me, I'm just waiting for somebody to send me a contract. So if you're out there and you want to pay me some money and you want to sell a lot of tickets and you want to get more news coverage than you normally get because I have a good story, then hit me up and I'll come in and I'll come beat someone up on your show. And I think that's the move.
Right. All right. Well, Nick, it was good talking to you. Thank you so much. The MMA-Holes, JBH, Louis Serrano. Louis, what do you do here at CES 55, Connecticut Convention Center?
I handle a lot of the marketing, social media, and websites.
We're going to do a quick game with you. It's called the nickname game. I'm going to ask you 3 different fighters who are on the UFC championship list, the UFC roster. You have to guess the nicknames. If you get all 3 right, you get one of our BetDSI giveaways. But if you get 1 wrong, just 1, you get nothing.
Okay.
Ready?
Got it.
All right. Max Blank Holloway.
Hit him.
It's John Blank Jones. Do you know his nickname?
No. Valentina Shevchenko.
Is that Cyborg?
What is John Jones's nickname?
John Jones.
The Bones.
John Bones Jones.
I don't know.
Daniel Cormier.
Oh.
No idea.
Bones.
I'm a kind of
Bones.
John Jones.
Bones?
I said it. John Bones Jones. Daniel Cormier.
I don't know.
Daniel Cormier.
Oh, shit. El Cucuy.
Tony Ferguson.
That's Tony Ferguson.
Max Holloway.
MH?
Hang on. Shit, I can't remember.
I'm a champion and I'm a MMA hope.
Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, we are at CES 55, and I am here with the one, the only Justin the Fort Sumter. I feel like we're going full circle here, man. I think like every time I get an interview, a big interview, it's always Justin the Fort Sumter coming off a huge win, baby, on this earth. I mean, Justin, you got to be on top of the world right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty ecstatic. You know, I won my fight in February, and then in March, my daughter Miele came. So you know, I'm on cloud 9 right now.
Well, congratulations on that. Now I have to ask you this question: what is bigger right now, that last victory or holding your baby for the first time?
I would say definitely my baby. You know,
bullshit.
Even though the Bellator was a big stage, you know what I mean. I got that redemption win for my first loss as a pro. Just holding her, looking in her eyes, seeing her smile is awesome.
It's a good year for the Fort right now, and coming off of that win, we spoke about this before on in the studio, but now in person, getting to see Justin, he's a new man. I see that look in his eye. He's a father, and now he's a winner. He's a winner, victorious winner. And that last fight, I went back and watched it again, and I still can't get over the fact of that first round compared to that second round. Unbelievable. You came back, and you're like, I'm going to put this man away. In hindsight, looking back, and have you watched the fight back, what are your thoughts now?
I still don't remember like actually getting hit, but you know what I mean. Just my ability to keep my composure. You know, he hit me with some good shots, and you know, I think I made a couple mistakes where, you know, if I didn't make those mistakes, I think I would have came with a better win. But just being able to be composed, being able to on the big stage as Bellator. Just shows that, you know, my growth in the sport and my ability to overcome obstacles. It just kind of speaks leaps and bounds to my MMA career and what the future holds for me.
So now, speaking of the future, what is next? How long of a layoff are you going to take? Are you going to jump back in there? Are you going to spend time with the family? When's the next time we're going to see you in the cage?
It's up in the air right now. You know, I'm probably thinking of something late summer, just, you know, so I can chill with my baby, chill with my wonderful fiance. Just, you know, play it by ear. You know, if something good comes up, you know, I mean, I'll definitely look at that. But right now, you know, I mean, I'm just focused on, you know, making sure I have a healthy baby, healthy family, and, you know, that's that.
That's good stuff. Now, CES 55 is right behind us over here. A beautiful place. Would you like to compete here again, or is it all Bellator, all UFC? What are we looking at?
Well, I definitely would like to, like, this is way closer than Mohegan Sun, so definitely.
You got something, hold on. Look at this. This is how a reporter does it. Here, you take the fuzzy off the eye. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, because it's way closer to my house than the Mohegan, and I definitely think I could sell a lot of tickets and have a lot of fans. I had like over like 100 people at the last fight. I probably can have more here, so
that's good stuff. Well, we're looking forward to seeing you back in the cage. Thanks for coming on, and congratulations again, my man.
Appreciate it.
Justin the Fort Sumter. Look at this guy. Any last words to say to these peeps?
Stay golden.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're back at it again, CES 55, and I am with no other Jessica Miele. Jessica, welcome to the show.
Thank you. It's nice to be on the show.
Well, we spoke to your friend Matt Bessette over here. He has a big fight on it's the co-main event. Is that who you're here to see?
Yeah, actually, I was in the back with the guys. I was helping corner and helping out. We had two other fighters. Carlos fought. He was the very first fight, and then Justin just fought a couple fights ago, and they did great. I mean, Justin didn't come out with the win, but he did an amazing job, and Carlos came out with the win, and he hasn't fought in like 7 or 8 years or something. So this is him coming back. It was really cool.
I tell you what, a lot of killers coming out from your gym over there. I mean, what is the secret to the success from everyone from that gym?
I mean, we have now a lot of people that are just different sizes and they're fighters. You know, we've got a lot of fighters, respectful fighters, but you know, they're coming in and we work together. There's a lot of bodies, a lot of people that come in, and it just helps, you know, just having a lot of people that fight.
So now jiu-jitsu, that's a big thing. We saw your last fight over here. Fantastic stuff. I mean, you get the win. Now you move on. What's the next step?
Well, hopefully my next step would be to be back here, and I think May 31st, around that time, they might be coming back over in Hartford. So my goal is to definitely fight for CES in Hartford. That would be amazing.
Now, I'm hearing that John Gotti is on this card. Or are you going to come with a bulletproof vest if you fight on that card?
I'm Italian, so of course, 100%.
It would be good to see you on that card. That'd be good stuff. Yeah. How quick of a turnaround do you like after a fight usually?
It depends. It depends on how the fight goes. It would be great to fight 4 to 6 times a year if I could, but it's also about getting opponents. I've had a lot of times where like I get a fight and then the person has to drop out because of some reason. So usually I give it a month or so. The last fight was great. I had a little bit of a head thing, so I took a little bit of time to just drill and focus on my skill set and make sure I was fully recovered. So
now what's the plan here? You want to fight back at CES. What is the long-term plan for Jessica Miele?
I just want to fight at the highest level I can, whether that is in the UFC or wherever it is. I really don't mind the organization. I just want to get there. So
let's say Uncle Dana, he's a big fan of the show. If you could say something to Uncle Dana right now, if he's watching, I see you watching right over there, what would you say to him?
Where's my phone call?
Call her right now.
I'm ready. Let's go. Well, not today exactly, but I'm ready.
I'm looking forward to seeing you get back into the cage again and compete, and hopefully we get to see you here again at CES. That'd be awesome stuff over there.
Hopefully, I think May 31st, I think. Check it out.
All right. Any shout out to sponsors or anything?
Well, I mean, Timeless CBD has been amazing. I just was talking to Rob. I'm really happy. We got a little recovery drink. You guys should check it out. Me and Matt Bessette are both on it. It's awesome. It's like killer for me and my boyfriend, who was also across CrossFit athlete. We love it. So I would definitely want to shout out Timeless CBD. Check them out. Other than that, I just, my friends and family, they're amazing too. And the Black Market Kitchen has been helping me out with food, so they're amazing too.
Well, Jessica, thank you for coming on, and good luck in the future. Guys, we are back. That's right. Jason Huntley live with the MMA-Holes. Big fight tonight. Gets a big win. How does it feel to be victorious tonight?
Feels real good. It's long overdue.
I tell you what, a lot of people, I was telling you the story before we went on air, a lot of people are coming up to us saying Justin Valentine is the guy to look out for. The man is undefeated, 2-0 fighter. He's the guy to look at. And then Jason comes in here, takes care of business, shuts everyone up. How does it feel getting a victory over a guy that everyone was saying, oh, look out for this man?
He's a tough guy. It was fun to watch some of his videos and see that he is tough. He's legitimate. He's a good kid. He works hard, and it felt good. I got booed, and I was like, all right, feed me, okay. So
how does it feel? I mean, being in a territory like this, people get the home field advantage, this and that, people yelling and screaming. Does that affect you in any way? You just go in and do business?
I don't buy into that. You get the home field advantage, but judges are judges. They've got a job to do. Everybody gets paid to do a job, and if you don't do your job correctly, you get put out. So as far as that goes, I mean, I come in here, I'll go do my job, and if you do yours correctly, everybody have a good night.
When did you get into this sport? What made you get into mixed martial arts?
Got in a lot of trouble as a kid. If it moved, I wanted to fight it. And basically, I just got tired of getting in trouble for it. So it was time to put up or shut up. And now I could get in there and do what I like to do and not go to jail at the end of the night. And even get a check.
I tell you what, getting paid to beat up people has got to be a great thing over there. It must feel good to get a victory like this in front of this crowd, a big audience like this. Is this the biggest event that you've performed in front of?
No, it's not actually. I've been on some pretty big shows. There was a victory show that was Omaha, Nebraska. It was huge. A little bit overwhelming. Cage was square. It was different. It was, but this is nice. Big cage, soft cage. It was fun to go in there and do work. Crowd's super intimate. You can see everybody. You can see the faces from the cage, and it was a good feel.
Do you hear, when you're competing inside the cage, do you hear the crowd, or do you just zone out everything and you just focus on your opponent?
I've got a pretty good relationship with my cornerman who is here tonight, Sean Stebbins, and to be honest with you, it's easy to kind of zone out and focus on his voice and listen to what he's telling me. You get the random things where it'll come through, you'll hear it through the cage, but for the most part, that's what I'm focused on. What I need to do, going to work, getting this guy out, and going home and having a good night.
So now you're 6-8. What is next for you?
I got an offer on the table already here tonight for another one back home, a couple hours from home actually, against a guy I already beat once. My teammate Sean also just beat him, but he's a scrappy, tough kid. He comes to fight, and he doesn't run out of gas, and it'll be a good war.
Well, I got to say, congratulations, a fantastic fight over there, something that I'm going to remember for a long time. I mean, we were very surprised to see this, and congratulations. Looking forward to see you compete again.
Sounds like I'll be back, and I'm looking forward to coming back. You guys have been an awesome host city, and I can't be any happier.
What an event. CES 55, something else. Another spectacular show here. I don't even know what to say, Jesse. What do you think about this event?
I think it was an excellent event. I think it was well worth the trip up to Connecticut. I think that watching some of the fighters that we've had on the show in the past have been extremely exciting for us, and I like that we were able to kind of commingle with the crowd a little bit more, as well as the family and friends of the fighters.
One thing I noticed about this event is it was a family function. That was the real cool thing about this thing. You got to see families come here, moms, kids of all ages coming by, just having fun, smiling. You would think that this is a violent sport, but it is a sport. Yeah. And violence is part of sports, maybe some more than others, but it's good to see everyone come together and just enjoy this event.
Yeah, no, I completely agree, and I think that having some of those family members come up to our table tonight I think it was even more refreshing, because it's one thing to see the family hanging out over there, but when they're actually coming up and talking about, oh, that's my dad in there, that's my brother in there, you know, all sorts of different stories, it kind of gives you a whole other perspective to the fight world.
Thank you, CES. Thank you to the Birchfields and everyone that put on this show over here. Thank you to Louis Serrano. And I have to say this. I don't want to go. But it's over. Oh.
Time to go. All right.
We got to leave now?
I guess so. Okay. So with that being said, don't be an a-hole. be an MMA hole.
Want to get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich now?